Hello everyone, what's up people and gorgeous friends? How are we doing today? Welcome to my tutorial for today. Today we are doing something that will not take much of our time. I have here nearly 2 yards of Ankara fabric. That is about precisely 12 inches less than 2 yards. Okay, but you can use 2 yards to make yours, just because I don't want mine to be too bogus. Okay, and we're going to be making a very exciting shift dress. Right, so now having seen what we are making today, you can now see that the measurement started from a little bit above the bust, that is the chest line area. So my measurement is going to be starting from here. Okay, not from the shoulder, please, from your chest line area or wherever it is you want yours to start. Okay, so from there my length is 35 inches. But then if you also look at that picture, you will see that the lower part there is an attachment. Okay, so 35 length is my desired length, but I will now remove 7 inches from the 35 inches. The 7 inches is going to be for that lower part, that attachment at the lower part. Okay, so 35 minus 7 will give us 28, which is here. Okay, and then I'll be making use of this elastic for the upper part. Okay, and then for that I'll make provision for the folding, so I'll be adding extra 1.5 inches. Okay, I hope you get that. I'll be adding extra 1.5 inches to it. Okay, so in all what I measured is 29.5. If you like, you can still make it 30 to add another sewing allowance for the attachment at the lower part. I hope it's clear enough. That will leave us at 30. That is if you want to add it. Okay, but I think this is okay for me because I don't want it very long. So I'll make this 29.5 into a straight line and cut it out. Okay, so now I've cut it out. This is the 1.5 inches for the elastic at the upper part. I'll be using this side as the upper part. Okay, now for the lower part, I will then cut 7 inches. Remember, that is what I removed here. 7 inches plus folding allowance. I hope it's clear enough. Okay, so I'll be cutting that from here. 7 inches plus folding allowance, but this time around is going to be wider than this circumference. Okay, because it will contain a little bit of gathers. Now if you want to put pockets, you are free to divide your own into 2. Okay, if you want to put pockets by the 2 sides, you are free to divide your own into 2. Like I said, this is going to be a very quick and exciting tutorial. Okay, now whereas this is 62 inches, I mean the lower part of this one, 62 inches, I have this one cut into 2. That is times 2 of this. That's 62 times 2. That is to say, this is 62. This is 62. I have 2 of them to make do for the gathers. I hope it's clear now. Now I'll go to the machine. The first thing I will do is to fold my casing for the elastic. That will be the very first thing I will do, to fold my casing for the elastic, and then we'll continue. Okay, so I've made the stitches. I hope you can see it. Hope you see it. And I also split it into 2 because I want to be putting a side pocket. Alright, now you have to decide how many inches of the elastic you'll be using. Okay, just put it across your chest and get the fitting you want, but make sure it's not too tight. Mine, I'll be using 35 inches round. Okay, for people that will ask my chest measurement, my chest is 42 and a half. Okay, but I have this elastic of 35 inches. I'll just divide it into two, one for each of them. So now I'm going to be passing it through this casing I made. Okay, this one for this one for this. Okay, so you see it. Next will be to join them at the two sides, then make gathered stitch on this lower part and attach them at the lower side. I'll also be putting this one at the lower part. See, both of them are the same pattern, the only difference is the color. So I'll be putting this one on top. Okay, so this is what we have after the joining. What is left is just for the rope that will connect the shoulders together. Okay, so for the rope at the shoulder, I'll be using 12 inches for it. Now, as you can see, I neatly arranged this elastic and the fabric. I hope you see they are well arranged and evenly distributed. Okay, so I'm going to now fold my fabric into two. And then I'll measure 6 inches. So on this 6 inches, I'll be attaching my rope. So I'll have to carefully and clearly mark it out. This is where I'll be attaching my rope. Okay, and then for the rope, you should cut it in excess so that when you tie it, you have remnants at the top of the shoulder. Okay, for mine, I have here 25.5 inches for the length. Then the width is 3.5 inches. I cut 4 of them, 2 for each side. So I'll go to the machine now and fold them neatly before I now attach it here. Okay, so here are the strips or the rope. This is the way I'm going to be attaching it. Clearly you can see my markings. This is one here, this is the other one here. I hope you can see it. And this is how I'm going to be attaching it. I folded this side and this side is not closed. I hope you can see it. Okay, so I'm going to first of all place it this way, just very well below where I made my stitch. Okay, just below this way. I will sew it here and then take it up and then complete the sewing here. But I'll be very careful enough so that I don't sew on top of the elastic that is inside here. I hope you get that. I'll go over it again. First, I place it this way, just where I have my stitch. Okay, I place it this way. I sew first and then I turn it over. I fold it this way. This is on the wrong side, by the way. This is the right side. Then turning it this way, I will sew on top of this place, but making sure I did not sew on top of the elastic. Okay, so this is it. The only thing that is left now is to insert the two side pockets, and then I'll proceed to try it on for everyone to see. Okay, just make sure that your rope is bold enough to cover your bra strip. That's just it. Okay, and the idea behind the 12 inches I used for this space between this and this, I measured where mine started and where the other one started, so the distance between the two of them is 12 inches. That is why I used 12 inches. So yours might differ from my own. Alright, so I've inserted the pocket. I will just proceed to try it on. Please don't forget that this dress doesn't have front, it does not have back. And also the reason it is important that you don't catch the elastic here while you are attaching this rope is so you can shift it. In case it does not cover your bra strip, you can shift it, you can adjust it so that it covers properly. Fabulous people, here we come to the end of our tutorial. Check me out. This is very comfortable. And I advise and suggest you try yours and rock your evening dress. Thank you for watching till the end. I really appreciate your time on my channel. Thank you for all the love you are showing me. And if you are new, please don't forget to subscribe before leaving, and you will not regret doing so. Till we get to see in our next tutorial, please take very good care of yourself. Be innovative, be creative. Okay, go out of the ordinary to try something new. And if at this juncture that you are watching me, you haven't been kind to anyone, or somebody have not had any reason to smile because of you today, please make sure someone smiles because of you. Show kindness to people around you. It pays to do that. I love you from the bottom of my heart. Bye.